Okay, let's talk about something that's, well, it's just plain tough. Suddenly losing your main source of income is a massive shock to the system. One minute, everything feels normal, and the next, you're staring at this huge wall of uncertainty. It's stressful, it's scary, and it is absolutely normal to feel completely knocked off your feet.
And that feeling, that pit in your stomach, your mind racing a million miles an hour, that is a 100% normal reaction. But here's the most important thing I'm going to say. You are not powerless here. That feeling of being overwhelmed, it usually comes from just not knowing what to do next. So, we're going to fix that, starting right now. You now have a plan. Think of the next 48 hours as a focused mission. The goal isn't to solve every single problem all at once, no way. The goal is to perform financial first aid. It's all about stabilizing the situation, giving yourself some breathing room, and building a solid foundation for your next move.
All right, step one, and this is the most critical. In any emergency, what's the very first thing you do? You stop the bleed. It's the exact same principle with your finances. We have to immediately stop all non-essential money from going out the door. This is pure damage control.
So, how do we do that? It's actually pretty straightforward. First, you freeze all non-essential spending. And I mean everything. No morning coffee, no little online purchases, just stop. Then, go through your bank statements and hunt down every single subscription or automatic payment you don't absolutely need. Streaming services, gym memberships, pause them, cancel them, right now. And that big purchase you were thinking about? It's on hold indefinitely. Think of this as putting a financial tourniquet on the problem.
Okay, tourniquet applied. The bleeding is stopped. Now we can focus on the absolute essentials. And we're going to start with one of the biggest and honestly one of the most flexible parts of anyone's budget, food. Your mission is to slash this cost and slash it dramatically.
So the big question is, how can you just cut your food costs, like right now? And I'm not talking about some complicated couponing system or anything like that. We need simple, fast results.
This is the playbook. It's super simple. First, plan your meals. Look at what you've already got in the pantry, in the freezer, and build from there. Second, make a shopping list based only on that plan. And when you're in the store, that list is law. Do not deviate. And finally, you are now a home chef. Seriously, no restaurants, no takeout, no delivery. It is a non-negotiable for right now. Just this one change alone is a huge money saver.
You know, saving a few dollars here and there might not feel like a big deal, but trust me, it adds up so fast. Think of it this way. Every single dollar you don't spend is another dollar that buys you more time. And right now, time is everything.
All right, next up on our list, your utility bills. Just like with food, there are things you can do right now without spending a single penny that will lower your consumption. We're going to do a quick energy audit of your home. So where are the quick wins here? We're on the hunt for simple habits you can change today that will have a direct impact on your next energy and water bills.
Look, you've probably heard all of this before, right? But now is when it really counts. Be ruthless. Turn off lights every time you leave a room. Unplug electronics you aren't using. That phantom power draw is a real wallet drainer. Take shorter showers. You save on water and the energy to heat it. And if you can, please, air dry your clothes. Avoid that energy-hungry dryer. These aren't just tips anymore. For the next 48 hours, these are your new rules.
Okay, let's just take a breath for a second and look at what you've accomplished. In just a few hours, you've stopped the financial bleeding, you've rolled out a crisis food strategy, and you've done a quick energy audit of your home. That is huge. You've taken real, decisive action.
What you've just done is successfully administered financial first aid. Now, have you solved the whole problem? Of course not. But you have stabilized the situation. You've stopped the free fall. And maybe most importantly, you've given yourself some breathing room, some mental space to think clearly about what comes next. And that is the key to all of this. Proactive action. You took control instead of letting the situation control you. This is not the end of the road, not even close, but it is the most important beginning you could possibly have. You've built a stable base. So the only question left is, what's your next proactive action going to be?